Today I want to talk about how to build your first $10,000. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but when you reach it, it's a huge milestone and a great achievement. Because the first $10,000 is different. It's not about returns, it's about control. And once you hit it, a lot of things quietly change. When people hear $10,000, they think it's a money goal. But actually, it's a behavioral goal because once you reach it, you have a safety net. It's proof that you can delay gratification, you can stick to a system, you can say no to yourself sometimes. That's why the first $10,000 feels so much harder than the next ones. Not because the math is difficult, but because the habits aren't built yet, and you're just getting started building them. For most people, this is the first time money stops feeling fragile and you actually have a safety net to fall back on if something were to happen. But most people don't ever actually reach $10,000. And it's not because they don't earn enough, they fail because they try to optimize too early. They focus too hard on returns instead of saving. Saving is so important early on because returns will be minuscule in comparison, and they rely too much on motivation or treat saving like an afterthought. They wait until the end of the month and think, I'll save what's left, and there's never anything left. So the first thing to understand is this: the order matters more than the amount. Step 1. Stop the bleeding. Before you save more, invest or earn more, you need stability. And that starts with knowing where your money actually goes. Sit down with your expenses and understand them. Most people underestimate their spending by a lot, by 20 to 30% I would estimate. Not on big things, but on small recurring ones. Subscriptions, food delivery, convenience spending, lifestyle creep. This isn't about cutting everything, it's about removing what causes noise, because you can't save consistently if your money disappears randomly. Once your spending stops surprising you, saving becomes so much easier. Step 2. Build a floor. This is one of the most important steps and nobody talks about it. You need a minimum balance you don't cross. At first it might be $500, then $1,000, then $2,000 or maybe $100. This is your financial floor. It's not an emergency fund yet, it's psychological safety. Once you have a floor, decisions get calmer. You stop reacting emotionally to money. That's when progress starts compounding. Step 3. Automate everything. If saving depends on discipline, it will fail eventually, because everybody has weak moments. Research is very clear on this. Automatic saving works far better than manual saving. So do this. Separate savings account. Automatic transfers every month when you receive your paychecks to go straight into ETFs. Treat saving like rent, non-negotiable. Pay yourself first. It's cliche, I know, but it's true. If you wait to save what's left, there won't be anything left. Step 4. Think in systems, not amounts. This part matters a lot. People ask themselves, how much should I save? But the better question is, what system can I stick to for years? Because stability and doing something consistently is better than going all in at once and then stop saving right away. Saving $200 a month consistently beats saving $1,000 once and then quitting. Your first $10,000 isn't about intensity, it's about repeatability and consistency. You want something boring, predictable, almost automatic. That's how you win in the long term. Step 5. Increase income carefully. Don't burn yourself out yet. Income does matter, but here's what research shows. Raises and side income often get eaten by lifestyle inflation, so income only helps after spending is under control. Once your system exists, then, over time, temporary side work, skill upgrades. Not forever, just long enough to accelerate your financial journey, your progress. This isn't about grinding yourself to death. It's strategic in the early stages of your saving, because the early saving matters so much. Step 6. Don't invest the first $10,000. This is where I disagree with a lot of finance content. The first $10,000 should not be invested. Not because investing is bad, but because this money isn't about growth, it's about stability and resilience. Studies show that people with emergency savings feel less stress, make better long-term decisions, are less likely to panic sell investments. Cash gives you time, time gives you clarity, and the emergency fund you have built with the $10,000 gives you a solid ground base to start investing, what you have above $10,000. And clarity beats returns early on. How long does it take to build your first $10,000? Let's be honest about the timeline. For most people, I would say if you save consistently, anywhere between 12 to 24 months is normal. Faster if your income is higher. Slower if life is unstable and you have to spend suddenly. Slow progress is not failure, it's reality. What matters is that the system keeps running. You have built the systems. Even when the motivation drops, you have the systems that make sure you pay yourself every month. And the real shift that gets you there, this is the biggest change and it's subtle. At some point you can stop asking, can I afford this? And you start asking, is this worth slowing my financial progress? Is it worth slowing my progress to this $10,000? That's the identity change you participate in when you begin this journey. You become someone who protects momentum. That mindset is what actually gets you to $10,000 and beyond. Not spreadsheets or apps, but stability, consistency, and systems that make sure that even when your motivation is low, you pay yourself. What changes after the $10,000? This is the part that most people don't expect. Once you hit $10,000, emergencies feel manageable. Decisions slow down. You have time to think. You have $10,000. You stop acting out of fear. You're not afraid of running out of money in a couple of weeks. Investing becomes less emotional. It's not exciting, but it's powerful. You have $10,000. You have your beginning floor. This is where long-term wealth actually starts. Final thoughts. The first $10,000, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of boring. It's a grind. You have to reach those $10,000 and it's going to be your emergency fund. There's no hack, no shortcut, no secret, but it works. Having the emergency fund gives you stability and a solid ground floor that you can build upon. And if you can do this once, you can do it again. That's the real win.